The world's burning. Not metaphorically, literally. Wildfires, wars, your neighbor's opinions, everything's up in flames. And people? Screaming, crying, posting Instagram stories about how overwhelmed they are. Marcus Aurelius didn't have Twitter, but he still knew better. He watched Rome fall apart with a beard and a straight face. Because here's the thing, panic is natural, but calm? That's divine. The moment you stop reacting like a caffeinated squirrel, you start acting like a strategist. And that, my friend, is where the power begins. Seneca watched his city burn. You watched a Netflix server go down for 10 minutes and questioned the meaning of life. Perspective matters. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, he said. But today, you suffer in comment sections, imaginary arguments, and crypto price dips. Congratulations, you've invented anxiety on hard mode. Meanwhile, a Stoic watches the madness, raises one eyebrow, and pours another cup of wine. Everyone's sprinting around, setting their hair on fire over things they can't control. You stay still, like a psychopath, no, like a philosopher. The Stoic doesn't panic when the house burns. He walks out with his head high, maybe even whistles a little tune, because flailing doesn't put out flames. Control your breath, control your face, then, and only then, control what you can. If the ship is sinking, at least be the one calmly handing out life jackets, not the one screaming, "We're all gonna die," in all caps. Seneca had a front row seat to imperial madness. His boss was Nero, a man who thought arson was a personality trait. So what did Seneca do? He wrote philosophy, smiled, planned his escape, and when the knives came out, he opened his wrists like a gentleman. That's not grim. That's Stoic prep work. Death, expected. Backstabbing, inevitable. He rehearsed it so many times, it was practically a bedtime story. If you don't flinch when fate sucker punches you, you've already won. Modern people avoid discomfort like it's gluten. Stoics? They marinated in it. Every morning, what's the worst that could happen today? And no, not in an anxious spiral, in a tactical briefing. Lost job? Betrayed? Mugged by pigeons? Cool. You pictured it. So if it happens, you won't cry into your soy latte. It's not pessimism. It's bulletproofing your brain. You can't be blindsided if you've already made eye contact with disaster. Time is your most non-refundable asset. But most people spend it like drunk gamblers with daddy issues. You've got an hourglass and a plan. While they spiral, you stay grounded. You don't react, you respond. You don't flinch, you calculate. And when everything around you looks like a deleted scene from Apocalypse Now, you're sipping tea, calmly deciding whether to fix it or just walk away and ghost the whole world. That's Stoicism, with style. Humor is the Stoic's pressure valve. If you don't laugh, you cry. If you cry, you make your enemies feel important. So, laugh. Life is absurd. Embrace it. Your boss is a joke. The government is a meme. Your ex is a walking red flag. Why take any of it seriously? Seneca didn't. He turned tragedy into punchlines, and then into philosophy. If you can laugh while everything collapses, you're not broken, you're unbreakable. The world's a circus. You don't have to be the clown. Let others scream into the void. Let them panic buy crystals and cryptocurrency. You stay calm. You walk through chaos like you own it. This is the cynic Stoic. Stay calm. Stay dangerous. Stay funny. If this video gave you something to think about, then you already got more than most people will today. Like it if you found it useful. Subscribe if you want more of this cold clarity. And maybe, just maybe, share it. Not because it helps the channel, but because it might help someone else survive their storm.